The question is, if the pth, qth, and the rth term of an GP are A, B, C respectively, so we have to prove that this is equals to 1. A raised to the power q minus r multiply B raised to the power r minus p multiply C raised to the power p minus q, that is equals to 1. So they are talking about the pth term, qth term, and the rth term of an GP. So whenever we are talking about the particular term of an GP, so there is a formula that is an is equals to a times r raised to the power n minus 1. So this is the general term formula. Now in the question, they have already used a small a alphabet and the r alphabet. So we can't use the general formula. So we change it something like an is equals to a of n is equals to a times r raised to the power n minus 1, right? So this general formula we will use because these alphabets they have already used in the question. Now, whenever they are talking about the pth term, p means when n is p. So ap, that is equals to a times r raised to the power p minus 1. So what is pth term given to you? It is equals to a. So ap is equals to a is equals to small a is equals to capital A into r is to the power p minus 1. So this is the first that we need. Then the second, they are talking about the rth term, qth term, sorry, basically. So what is the qth term? So it will be aq is equals to a times r is to the power q minus 1. So aq is b, which is a times r is to the power q minus 1. So this is the second equation. And for the third one, they are talking about the rth term, which is equals to c. So c is equals to a times r is to the power r minus 1. Okay, r minus 1. So the third equation. Now let's solve these. Let's use these equations to solve it further. Now what they have talked. So what we have to prove, this all particular part is equals to 1. So basically a raised to the power q minus r multiply b raised to the power r minus 3 multiply c raised to the power p minus q. We have to prove that this all part is equals to 1. Now we have the value of a, b, and c. So let's put in this. So when we put, so what is A here? A is what? A is this one. So which is A times R raised to the power P minus 1 whole raised to the power Q minus R. Okay. Then times what is B, small b, that is equals to A times R raised to the power Q minus 1. Okay. And the whole power is R minus P times what is C? A times capital R raised to the power R minus 1, and it is P minus Q. Okay. Now let's open the whole power we have. So when we will open the whole power, so when we'll open this part, so it will be, this power is with A also and this with this also. So A raised to the power Q minus R multiply R raised to the power P minus 1 multiply Q minus R. Whenever you have power inside and outside the bracket with a particular base, so this is this now R raised to the power P minus 1 and we have Q minus R. So we have to multiply these two powers like this. Similarly, A raised to the power R minus P times R raised to the power, multiply these two. Then similarly with C, A raised to the power P minus Q times R raised to the power R minus 1 and P minus Q, right? Now, let's open it. Let's open it. So when we will open it, so if see, this is A, this is A, this is A, and they are in multiply, all three A's with the power. So in multiply, the power will get added. So it will be Q minus R plus R minus P plus P minus Q times R. So multiply these two powers first. So R raised to the power, let's take in the complete bracket. So P multiply with Q is PQ. P multiply with R is minus PR. P minus 1 multiply with Q is minus Q. Minus 1 multiply with minus R is plus R. Similarly, all these R's, let's talk about these R's. So these R's, they are also in multiply. So power will get added. Similarly, we will add this power. So Q minus multiply QR is QR. Q with P is minus QP. Minus 1 multiply with R is minus R. Minus 1 multiply with minus P is minus plus P. Okay. Then again, plus these R multiply with RP is RP. R multiply with Q is minus RQ. Minus 1 multiply with P is minus P. And minus 1 multiply with Q. Okay. So this. Now if you will see A raised to the power something. A raised to the power something we have. So they will cancel out R with R. P with P and Q with Q. One is positive, one is negative. So this is left A raised to the power 0 multiply r raised to the power. Let's solve something. So pq cancel out with pq. Then pr minus pr cancel out with plus rp. Minus q cancel out with plus q. Plus r cancel out with minus r. Plus p cancel out with minus p, and this is also cancelling out. So every power is cancelled. So r raised to the power 0 is left. So something raised to the power 0 is always 1. So a raised to the power 0 is 1, and r raised to the power is also 1. So that is equals to 1. So we have proved that LHS equals to RHS, right? So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. So please remember, here we have used the law of exponent, in which whenever you have the same base, like these are the bases, r, and they are in multiply. So when you have something like r times p, r is to the power p and r is to the power q, so in multiply the power will get added, right? So this law of exponent we have used in the question. So please remember this thing. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much.